Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Claims, and we're back with another video. So, if you're new, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, enjoy the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. Now, we're gonna dive into a report because netizens are very upset at the post that Roc Nation made on their Instagram page denying the allegations that has been levied against Jay-Z. In case you are not aware, a lawsuit has been amended. In the amended lawsuit, Jay-Z has been listed as Celebrity A. In the initial filing, this young lady tells a story of when she was 13 years old, wanting to attend the MTV after party. She went to Radio City. She was standing outside. A limo driver passed by and she was like, I want to get to the after party. And the driver was like, yeah, Diddy would really love to meet someone like you and all of that, you know? So the person took her to one of Diddy's party houses, one of the mansion, and she said that she was, given substance in a drink. The drink was laced, and while it was laced, she noticed a female and Diddy with another celebrity. And she spoke about getting assaulted by the other celebrity while Diddy and the female watched. And she, threw a punch at Diddy. At 13 years old, Diddy was shocked by her actions. And because Diddy was so taken aback, she managed to escape. So the amended lawsuit is now saying Jay-Z is Celebrity A, Celebrity B is still not yet named. But as I've said to you guys yesterday, the allegations against Jay-Z in this case, I don't believe it. If you look into the lawsuit, it's not making much sense. It's given the sense that Jay-Z's handlers are saying to him, we have the power to make things happen. We can get you accused of things that you didn't do, and we can actually make it seem as though you did do it. Now, as I've said, I'm going to stop putting out these disclaimers whether I'm a Jay-Z fan or whether I believe that he's innocent or guilty overall, because I think that creators should be able to create videos without having to reiterate the same thing every single video, no matter how guilty a person is of doing wrongdoings. And we know that there's some guilt out there with Jay-Z. If you watch Sloan Bella on Jay-Z and Aaliyah, you would know. But I don't see, the sense in me putting out disclaimers in every video just to not be seen a particular way by people. To hell with that, my apologies. But let's get into this lawsuit, because following the amendment of the lawsuit, Roc Nation gave out a hefty post, a hefty response, and many psychologists dive into it. And what they're saying is that Jay-Z, in that Roc Nation statement, he's putting himself on a pedestal like, I'm better than people. I have a good track record, and it's focused on attacking the lawyer. It's not focused on the allegations like, me. I would never dare stoop to that level. So that's what they're getting from the response by Roc Nation. Well, let's get into this report. They're saying Jay-Z fans outraged by 2 words in statement denying grave claims. Jay-Z fans are outraged after the rapper called himself a young man in his statement where he denied, R-wording a 13-year-old with Diddy. The 55-year-old rapper born Sean Corey Carter released a statement denying the allegation via Roc Nation X account. The rapper said the allegations were so heinous in nature and were all idiotic claims, and called the lawsuit a blackmail attempt. Now, it says, we don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor, Carter wrote in response to the allegations in an updated complaint in a civil case against Sean Combs that claimed they R-word a girl at an MTV after party in 2000. However, his fans took offense when the rapper referred to himself as a young man who made it out the project of Brooklyn, Did Jay-Z refer to himself as a young man in a statement? One wrote along a screenshot of Google revealing Carter's current age of 55. Jay-Z calling himself a young man from Brooklyn, like, yeah, one of those things are true. Another wrote, Jay-Z labeling himself a young man in 2024. Imagine how young he felt in 2000 with a 13-year-old. A third wrote. So guys, you know that when he said that word, I'm a young man, people are going to say, oh, so because you see yourself so young, that is why you did what you did, because this is 2024. And if you're calling yourself a young man now, what were you calling yourself back then, Mr. Carter? So it's for the internet. They're saying that this seems to be a twisted mind game of Jay-Z, because it's as though if you're young now, you may see yourself, measurable to that young lady, and as such may not see anything wrong with the allegations, and as such to the public it's given guilty. That's what the public is basically saying. Now let's continue with this report. They're saying the funniest part on that Roc Nation statement is Jay-Z calling himself a young man. Weren't you like in your 20s when the Soviet Empire collapsed? A fourth wrote. Another said a similar statement, writing, Jay-Z calling himself a young man even though he was 24 when South Africa was declared a democratic state for the first time. Another wrote, Jay-Z calling himself a young man at 55 is something. Roc Nation should have had a professional legal response prepared if they knew something like this was coming, one wrote. Actually, it was a professional legal response. It came from an attorney, and someone dived into the psychology behind it, and they confirmed that it came from an attorney because the response was from one attorney to the next attorney. And that's why the response was mostly centered around reaffirming Jay-Z's image, reaffirming that, he has always portrayed himself to be perfect and a good upstanding citizen. So it was confirmed that it did came from an attorney, right? Now they're saying, I hope they have good legal defense, not just for lawyer Tony Buzbee, but to stomp out all other allegations, sure to follow through this open door. This feels strange. Another ex-user wrote about the allegations against the father of 3 who shares his children with singer Beyonce, who was recently named greatest pop star by Billboard. Everything this man and his wife have done for close to 2 decades comes across like it was focus group tested by a PR team beforehand, and bar the elevator fight, their public profile has been pretty flawless. I don't know, this seems just weird. That is true. Their public profile has been flawless for the most part, but as Prophetess Celeste had predicted, their empire would crumble and they would be hit with back-to-back allegations, and many of the people accusing them of doing wrong, many of these people will have overwhelming evidence on them. So that portion is yet to come, and we are just going to have to wait it out to see if that actually happens. No, they're saying, another person said, children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirits, he added. Now, I'm not going to read a post from Roc Nation. I'm going to include it for you guys. I've never read it out. And because I think that, everyone should read on their own tone. Sometimes I read those things, but I think that also the tone in which it is read can also convey a certain emotion when that was not the emotion intended by Roc Nation. But let's continue with this report. So another person said, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world. who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world, he wrote. Buzbee later accused Jay-Z of harassing family and colleagues. Recognize this guy, Buzbee asks, as he shared photo from his time in the Marines. This is a picture of Weapons Platoon Commander, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marine, and from our Western Pacific cruise book. Despite a coordinated and aggressive effort that has included harassing my kids, contacting my clients and former clients to encourage them to sue me, contacting my colleagues and former employees asking if I've abused them, showing up at my current employee's house to arrest them. No, this is why I've been telling you guys that Jay-Z, I believe, is one of the masterminds behind attacking Kanye West. Do you see how Tony Buzbee outlined these things that he's accusing Jay-Z of doing? These are the very same things that have been happening to Ye, because he says Jay-Z has been contacting his former colleagues, former employees, asking if he has ever abused them, asking the employees' house to arrest them and all of that. And this is exactly what they're doing to Ye. And I've told you guys that when Ye called out Jay-Z and Beyonce, it was 3 days after that Ye was institutionalized. And that's why I was so fearful for Django Wright after that Piers Morgan interview, right? No. Tony Buzbee saying, they show up at my current employee's house to arrest them, filing frivolous cases against me and my law firm, defaming me with outrageous assertions. To anyone who will listen and having mysterious people follow me and my family, I'm still that guy. I won't be bullied or intimidated, he continued. Buzbee represents clients claiming to have been accused by Combs 55. Combs has separately been charged with sex trafficking and racketeering. Federal prosecutors allege that Combs sexually abused women and coerced them into drug-fueled sex parties using threats and violence. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his criminal trial is currently slated to begin on March 5th, 2025. So, that's the end of that report there from, as you guys would say, the Daily Fail. Let me double check and see if this is coming from the Daily Fail, even though the organization of yes, it's the Daily Fail, you guys' favorite tabloid that you all love to troll. You guys are so funny, so hilarious. You guys make my day so many times you don't even have the idea how much you have. Now, I'm really happy that we're in the era where people are paying attention to words and people are breaking these words and let's crack this seal open, because you're calling yourself a young man. You're 55 in 2024. Just imagine in the year 2000, how you see yourself. Did you see yourself as a kid too? And you're saying from one kid to the next, it is okay for me to do this to you. That's what the internet is reading into Jay-Z's response. And I'm happy that they are reading into it so that these people know that you cannot just be coming to us with any BS, because we are definitely right on your heels, exactly as we should be. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts. Share this video with a friend. Stay safe, stay blessed, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.